my goodness. What a mess. What a mess. Look at, I had to put the camera down just a little bit so you could see my little shirt with the hearts on it. I think it's kind of it's Valentine-y, but it doesn't have to be Valentine. You can wear it any time of year. Well, except for the summer, because then it's too hot. Hello, my friends. All right, I'm going to look at I'm checking out the chat. Let's see. Jane D and Kimberly from Texas. Lisa, Gracie from Ohio, Veronica. Is it Camus? Is that how you say that, Veronica, in Washington? Ottawa, Carolyn. Hi, Carolyn. Amy and Lori from San Ramon, and Carla. From Arkansas. Let's see, Talia. Hi there. Hi, Kelly. Melissa from Indiana. Western Kentucky Dawn. Winnipeg. Hi, Julie. Every time I see Winnipeg, and I'm sure this is how I know you, Julie, is from Crop and Create up in Winnipeg. Maybe. Anyhow, I just remember how someone told me that the nickname for Winnipeg is Winter Peg because it's very cold there. All right, friends. Hello, hello, hello. Happy. Oh, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Just in a bit of a blur in between two different trips, traveling and teaching. And I don't know, sometimes we overcommit, right? Is it just me? I'm having happy hour at my house tomorrow night for some neighbors. And, sometimes you got to get some things ready before people can come over. So I'm in the middle of all that. It's just a little crazy right now, but it's all good. Because, and I put this in here thinking, oh yeah, I can do all of that, no problem. And I will, because that's just what we do, right? I have a very long list of to-dos, and I've started kind of moving some over to Nick. So Nick's like, just make me a list. And I'm like, I'm good at that. I'll make you a list. So he was just getting ready to dig into the list tonight. And then our older son, Sam, called. Well, he just had to have new wheels put on his car. Wheels, not tires, wheels. I don't know, whatever. Wheels, tires, they're all the same to me, but apparently they're not. I think wheels are the outside things that the tires go on, but not the rims either. So I don't know. It's weird. So he had to get new wheels. Had new wheels, and then when they put the tires back on, I don't know. This morning he had a leak in his tires, so he had to go back to a different place than the place that did it. So he calls about, I don't know, what time is it? It's 6. So he calls about at 5:15. Dad, I don't have any brakes. What? I don't know. Something happened, and so I'm not sure where he was or how he discovered he did not have brakes all of a sudden. So Nick took off to try to go help Sam. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment. Okay. Yes. And so Mimi just brought up a good point. She said she's here live again because it's not Saturday. And I know there are a number of you that can never attend live because it's usually Saturday. So we did one of these in December and we had a lot of fun. We did a nighttime listing session. And so I thought, well, we might as well do it again, especially since I'm kind of traveling and in and out a little bit right now. So here we are on Tuesday night. So now that we've had a little chit chat, let me back up and do a proper intro. Hello, friends. My name is Lael Kankar. I have a business called Lael by Mail, and I do lots of things. I travel and teach. I do a lot of teaching here on YouTube, some private teaching, some just kind of free for all like we're doing tonight. And I have a website, and on my website, I do project kits, mini book kits, traveler's notebook kits, layout kits, all kinds of project kits, but then also I have a lot of the standalone product or a la carte product that goes with all of the different things that I like to do. Because when the pandemic hit and I did my very first YouTube video, you guys started saying, well, what is that? Where can I get that? Where can I find that? Where can I get that? Because before the pandemic, I really didn't sell product. So it's been a very fun adventure for me. And I think it's been a fun adventure for you guys too. I sell stuff that's pretty, I won't say unique to what I do, but stuff that has a lot to do with the different kind of things I do, especially as it pertains to Traveler's Notebook. As we get to working, there are different products that I will be using, and I try to link as many as I can in the description of the video down below in the description box. So there's lots of links there, and I kind of just keep adding and adding and adding because lots of people ask. what a particular thing is that I've used. So if you're looking for something in particular, just look and you should find it. What else? What else? What else? We will not be listing together this coming Saturday. What day is that? 5th, 12th, 19th. The 19th. We will not be listing together this Saturday, the 19th, because I will be up in Spokane, Washington, teaching at an event with 3 craft chicks. So, but we will be back again on the 26th. And the good news is, this is one of the things that I am looking forward to on my list for 2022. I have about a 6-month hiatus where I will not be traveling and teaching. Starting after this weekend. I've gone Thursday to Tuesday, but after that, I will not be traveling and teaching again until the fall, which is nice because things get a little hectic in my world when I'm trying to do all the things, right? We just can't do all the things. But it'll just be kind of a good break for me. And then I shouldn't say always be here on Saturdays, but I will be here lots of Saturdays because I know with the fall and the spring so far it's been kind of hit or miss because I've been traveling a lot. So what else? Well, lots of things to talk about, lots of things to show, and lots of things for us to do. So last thing I will mention, there are a couple of more links in the description of the video that you may want to be aware of. There are 2 links that take you to downloads of all of our lists. It's kind of our list of lists that we've done. So there's one for all of 2020. There's one for all of 2021. So sometimes you guys will say, well, how do I know what list we've done? And if I'm just new to all of this, how can I see what's been done in the past? That's a great place to look, is in the description of the video. As we're going, there is a chat that takes place on the right-hand side of the screen. And that's how you'll hear me interact with some people. Kind of a little bit, I won't say chat etiquette, but kind of chat how things work. When I'm talking to you guys like this, and you can see me, I can't pay attention to the chat because I can't chew gum and talk at the same time. Can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Can't rub my head and pat my head and rub my stomach at the same time. So I get way too distracted. That's how sometimes you'll see me going, I'm trying to get my thoughts back. So once we flip the camera, then it's a lot easier for me to kind of pay attention to the chat as I'm working. But the nice thing about the chat, if you're watching live, the chat is a great place to pop in and say hello, tell us your name, tell us where you're from. It's a super friendly bunch. Some people are brand new. Some people have been here with me for going on 2 years. Oh my gosh, going on 2 years next month in March. That's crazy. So it's a great place to just kind of pop in and say hello. Even if you're a lurker, even if you're someone that's been around a while and never really popped in to say hello, just pop in and say hello. If you are watching the replay, it's okay. I know sometimes you want to be live and you can't be live. And I always joke, somewhere in the middle of the video, someone will come on and I see them say in the chat, is this live or is it recorded? Which is great because really, if you didn't know you were watching the replay, then you would just think it was live anyway. All right, I think that's all of the little housekeeping items I have. Let me look. Let's see. I just saw Sandy say, are you okay? Hopefully you don't mean me. I'm okay. Let's see. Kathy's cleaning. She set her timer. Kelly. Oh yeah, no, this will be fun. It'll be a fun night and it will be good because it will take some of my stress away while we're playing. Yes, nighttime. Dawn, Montana. Hi, Rena from Montana. Okay, I think we are ready to go. Last thing, if I missed your comment in the chat, please don't think I'm ignoring you. Please don't think you're not important. Please don't think that whatever you said was not worth a response. Sometimes I either totally miss it, which is probably 90% of the time, or I see it and I'm in the middle of something and I forget to circle back to it. If you have a question and you really want to get it answered, a good idea is if you put it in all uppercase. So once we get started, if I see it in all uppercase and all caps, then it kind of stands out. Okay, let's go ahead and flip the camera. We're flipping now. Sorry, I'm totally shaking us. That was really tight. Wow, I don't know my own strength. Okay, switching again. Here we go. Oh, goodness. What did I do there, friends? Oh, I know. Yeah. Boy, you'd think that this is my first rodeo. I don't know. There's hundreds I've done of these, but I just sometimes when it's a couple of weeks when we don't get together, that's what happens. All right, turning off the lights. Don't worry, we're not listing in the dark tonight. As you see it get really dark. I just have to turn off the overhead lights because we get a lot of shadow. And then I turn on the studio lights, aka AKA like my own personal hot summer when the lights are on. Okay, there we go. There's one. There's one. It's kind of like an eclipse right now, isn't it? No, I guess it's not. No, it is. It's an eclipse when the light goes out. Now the sun's back. Oh, hang on. That one's not plugged in. I wish that I could just leave all this stuff in here set up all the time, but it's not practical that way. Okay, here we go. Moving this back, and I'm channeling my inner Colleen because I know Colleen will remind me to plug in my phone, and it's in. All right, guys, let's see. Oh, it sounds like we have someone new. Look at Kathleen. You guys are saying hi to Kathleen and welcoming her. So I missed that. Welcome, Kathleen. I assume you're new. Dachira, did you say, do you have the list for this year? I'm trying to play catch up. I do not yet. That brings up a good point. Generally, I will wait until after the first 3 months. So April, I will publish in one list all of our lists for 2022 so far. But the best place to go is if you go to my website and click on blog, you will see each of the sessions week by week. And then if you just click in each of those, you would see what the lists were for that time. Okay. All right. Hi, Colleen. Yes, Colleen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I always think of you when I plug my phone in. Yep. All right, guys. So just a couple things as we're chit-chatting. This past weekend, I was in San Diego. I was teaching at a retreat that my friend Lizzie Lou put on, and I was there, let's see, Wednesday to Sunday. So there was some downtime for me, and it's kind of, you're in this big giant house that sleeps lots of people, and everybody's kind of all hanging out and crafting together. So part of the time I was getting some of my own things done. And one of the things I did, I took a new tool to me, and my traveler's notebooks that were all still raw. And when I say raw, I mean like this. So my traveler's notebooks stay like this as I'm working through them. And then when they're all done, I go through a process where I uncover. Hi, Robin. Yes, Robin is my new friend. Robin was at Lizzie's retreat. Oh my gosh, Robin was doing some really cool things. Lots of junk journals and things like that. So I leave them like this until they're done, until they're filled, and then I take off the cover and I take out all of the staples. So the staples and the inserts that I use are, I don't know, they're in the center. There are 2 staples. The reason why I take all of that stuff out is because, and some of you have posted here or posted in the Facebook group or messaged me and said, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? My inserts start to get so full that the pages start to stick out the cover. And sometimes the signatures also will just completely come out of the staples. You're doing nothing wrong. We're jamming a lot of stuff in. I mean, look at this is what, and this isn't even a brand new one, right? Because I have a couple of lists in here, but you can see how much bigger they are when they're full. So I like to recover them, and I take everything off, and then I take a piece of pattern paper and I cut it to the height, like we always, if those of you that do my bi-monthly traveler's notebook kits with me, I cut to the height of my insert, which is 8.25. And then I kind of, normally your covers are, my covers, the standard wides are 5 inches. So I probably have this piece of paper be about 11 inches. So you can see I have now a cover that extends beyond those pages that stick out. I used a new tool that I have now ordered, and I have a bunch coming in. And some of you may have seen me do this in the past, where I was using an awl and using some kind of thicker white thread to go through and then stitch these back up again. Anyhow, as soon as I have those tools in, I will do a video. It's by hand, Mimi, but it's a tool. It's a really cool tool that you line everything up, and it has holes already on it, and you punch the holes with a little awl. So it makes it, because if you look, they're all now nice and neat. If you can see all those stitches, but they're all nice and neat and spaced evenly. So that is one of the things that I did to keep busy at the retreat. One of the other things I did at the retreat, I finally received, well, we had to do a little bit of a switcheroo on one of the collections for the spring, March, April Traveler's Notebook Kit, because one of the collections that I had planned, that I had ordered way back in, gosh, maybe just December, early January, I don't know, all the things run together now, was the new Simple Stories, Market and Bloom, or Bloom, something like that, collection. They don't have it yet, which meant, oh gosh, well, if they don't have it, I certainly can't put it in a kit that needs to ship right away. So I just finished yesterday designing that spring Traveler's Notebook Kit. So I thought really quick, we just take a quick look at that. I'm using the pink gingham here, which was perfect because this collection is an Echo Park collection, and it's so cute. So this is, I just reversed these. This is for April. Easter's in April, but that's okay. But look at how cute the little bunnies are. And there's like a mama bunny and the baby bunny, and I used a little bit of cotton balls and things. So that is, oh gosh, Deshira, that's a hard one. How many should you pass to do this listing? Oh, hon, I can't tell you. You know what? I will, if I were you, if you could just hop over to my blog really quick and double check, yeah, I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry. I couldn't tell you because we've skipped a couple of weeks. And all right. So anyhow, that is the setup for the month of April. And then March, oh my gosh, is a super cute collection. It is called Fern and Willard, and it is from Photoplay. Oh boy, it's from Photoplay. Now, if you look at Fern and Willard, one of the things that you might notice right off the bat is, oh my gosh, there's frogs in that collection. They're cute frogs, but I really didn't want frogs to be a part of my setup. So when we get together and do our setup for the month of March, you'll see that I didn't use any of the frogs. That is it's not Bunnies in Bloom. Bunnies in Blooms was the really cute one that Simple Stories did last year. I think it's called My Favorite Easter. I want to say My Favorite Easter. Anyhow, so I didn't do any of the frogs, but it's just nice and fun and springy. So those started shipping yesterday. That is the Spring Traveler's Notebook Kit. Okay, now let me get those set off to the side. When we start a new session, like we are tonight, usually what I like to do is sit down and look at the lists that we did the prior week. Now, it's been 10 days. All right. So let's look at the 3 that we did. It should be pretty simple because, oh yeah, they're all in here. Amber from Missouri, just need help on what should go in my travel journal. All right. I'm actually going to ask anyone that's in the chat if you want to pipe in and give Amber some ideas. Amber, when it comes to travel journal, you mean your traveler's notebooks? Yes, like we're using traveler's notebooks. Well, one of the things I put in is our listing, right? Listing and memory keeping. Hi, Amy, my good friend, Amy. Fern and Willard is so fun. Love the colors. Yes. All right. So our list that we did 10 days ago, the first one was about last month. And this is one that we do every first Saturday of a new month. And so when it comes to about last month, I sit down and I make a list of all the things that happened the prior month. I add photos. So here I've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 little 2x2 photos, although those are printed on a 5x7. And this month for January, I switched up the format that I'd been doing for the last 18 months. And that was using my new About Last Month stamp. So some of you were with me on the 5th, on Saturday the 5th, when we worked on this, and I finished it. All right, next up, the next one that we did, this one was fun. This one was fun for me. This one was after this long. So after this long, or after fill in the blank. And we talked when we all met about some different things that you could use your after and then whatever your fill in the blank was. But I did mine. Nick and I, my husband, will be married 27 years in May. So I just did a little kind of after 21 years, kind of how I was still feeling. So that's what I have there. Amber, really quick, I just had a thought. If you have not watched my Intro to Traveler's Notebook video, I would suggest that you watch that. That is about an hour and a half long, and I go through and I do a high level kind of explaining what Traveler's Notebooks are, but then I spend a ton of time talking about the different things that you could use them for. And I don't know, probably 30 different things. And I show you example after example of how I've used them and how other people have used them with those different ideas. So that'd be a really good place to start. Okay, what was so fun about this, guys, and if you missed this little announcement, so I announced it last on the 5th when we all met together, and then I also announced this yesterday on my social media. Persnickety Prints, and if you don't know Persnickety Prints, they are the most amazing small business, woman-owned small business located here in Utah. Shari Pack is the owner. And they do amazing processing of your photos. And they use darkroom processing, and it's not expensive. And I can't say enough wonderful things about Persnickety Prints or about Shari. Anyhow, Shari and I were together at an event way back in, the fall of last year. And we got to talking, and she was asking kind of more about what I did. And we were talking about Traveler's Notebooks and how I had mentioned that I loved that they had Traveler's Notebook sized prints on their website, but they were standard. Standard is about 3/4 of an inch narrower than standard wide. Everything I use is standard wide. And because everything that I use is standard wide, everything a lot of you use also standard wide. And so up until this point, I had been printing at home. So 5 by 8.25 to fit a full page in my Traveler's Notebook insert. Well, Shari, a couple days later, shot me a DM on Instagram and said, hey, guess what? Actually, I think she did it there. And called back and had one of her guys program it. And they now do standard wide size Traveler's Notebook prints. So that was the first one that I had used. They sent me a credit to order a number of prints so I could kind of test them out. And so I had 5 or 6 printed, but that was the first one I used. But you guys, the size is perfect, and the colors and the processing and the quality is just like bar none. So if you don't know Persnickety Prints, I encourage you to go check them out. As a quick reference, that print is $1.49. So $1.49 for a print that size is amazing. Okay. Thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Yeah, that Nick and I in December. All right, so that was our second list. Our third list, oh my gosh, we had so much fun. Tracy, you know what? They are. Tracy asked if they were matte. They most certainly are matte. Yep, they are matte. Now, I didn't select matte, so I can't say that was on purpose. Well, I guess more so what I should say. I do not remember if there was an option to do matte or I don't know, shiny, whatever you call it. I don't remember. Oh, Shelly, you said after our last class, I sent an order Persnickety and they mailed it the next day. Great customer service. Yeah, they are. They're pretty awesome. They're a pretty awesome company. Okay, So those were our 3 lists. Oh, look at that. Beth said, can't wait to get this size print. My Paris photos will be great in this size glossy. Thank you, Mimi. So here's the deal. And I don't do this for every spread that I do or every page that I do, but sometimes there's just something about, let's see, I don't think I have one in there. Sometimes there's just something about having a large photo like that. Let's see real quick if I can. It's funny. Sometimes I'll go a whole insert where I don't have one. Don't mind me. Someone asked, I'll just kind of, while I'm looking, fill the time. Someone asked, I don't know, multiple people have asked, but about how long it takes me to fill an insert. I would say, there's one. I would say I usually have about 4 in a year, probably 4 inserts in a year. And that's just a mix between just a mix between double page spreads and single page spreads. So that's one that I print at home. And like I said, it's not, I don't do them often, but it's just nice sometimes to be, you have a beautiful photo that you really want to have a big impact. And when you do that, they'll have a big impact. That is for sure. Here's one more, just because I know it's here. Oh yeah, this guy. All right. I did, Joanne, so this 4th of July, that's a large photo, but this one I did, well, I did it in July. I did it in July of last year. So they didn't have them then. So everything up until this guy is something that I would have printed at home because Persnickety didn't have them yet. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's see what we have. Oh gosh, guess what? I need to get those traveler's notebooks out of the way because this is off to the side and I just might need a little sip of this. My little wine. Lori. Okay, and this is another one that I'm going to ask you guys to respond to, but I'll read it out loud. Lori said, I have made the mistake of having individual books for each month and have ended up with many blank pages. Do you have any ideas of what I should do? So those of you that are live and in the chat, if you want to give Lori some ideas, that would be great. Lori, another resource for that. I'm going to clean my glasses while we're chatting real quick. Another resource for that is if you go into the Lail by Mail Facebook group, ask there. I mean, there's a good number of people there. People are super helpful. People share ideas a lot, ask questions like that a lot. So that would be a great place to ask that. Hi, April Brady from Australia. See, look at that. I even would have known you were Australia, even if you hadn't have said so, just because we've been emailing back and forth about your shipping, huh? It is ready to go out tomorrow. Okay, let's see what else. Oh yes, scrapbook says to 70, please. Yeah, the like button. That is so helpful. Mary C, wine, running to the kitchen. No, I'm good. I have my water and my wine. So, but you know, it's nighttime. It's our nighttime listing session. So wine is appropriate, or whatever beverage you'd like to have. Water, tea, coffee, whatever it is. Okay. So let's go ahead and dig in now. We have 3 lists for tonight. The first one we're going to do is things I'm looking forward to in 2022. I just remembered something. So today I finalized the artwork. Well, I didn't finalize. I approved the final artwork for 4 new stamp sets. Amy, is that right? 4 new stamp sets? I think 4 new stamp sets. Yes, I think. Oh my gosh, 4 new stamp sets and 6 new rolls of washi. So they will hopefully both go into production tomorrow. Actually, 2 of the 4 stamp sets are already in production. So over the next month, we have some fun things to look forward to. 4 new stamp sets and 6 new rolls of washi. Okay. Our first is things I'm looking forward to in 2022. Actually, that's one of the things on my list. Some fun new products. All right, so I am going to use one more time the Good Stuff collection. Excuse me, from Simple Stories. So, Good Stuff collection is just a good kind of general all-purpose One of the other collections I'm using tonight is a winter collection, but sometimes it's just nice. Sometimes you just need those collections that don't really have a theme to them. So you can work the, your things in just here and there as needed. All throughout the year. And I got distracted for a minute. Kylie said, has anyone heard from Ariana? You know what, Kylie, I haven't. I think what I need to do, I think that I need to email her. I have her email address. So I'm going to try to remember when we're done to send her an email. If you are newer and not sure who we're talking about, Ariana is a 14-year-old that lists with us, and we love having her. And it's fun to have, someone from the younger generation. I don't know. There could be more people from the younger generation. I just happen to know that Ariana is. So always enjoy having her with us. But she had some surgery, I don't know, maybe a month ago. And I don't think we've seen her. So I will reach out and see. I'll email her and see if just how she's doing. And then I will post in the Facebook group if I do hear from her, and then I will also remember to thank you, Kylie. You're going to email me and remind me. Thank you. Yes, and so for those of you that are worried or concerned or just thinking of her, then and I will also let her know that there are a lot of people thinking about her. Let's see. Amber is the Simple Stories. This is the Good Stuff is Simple Stories, and I have it linked in the description of the video. Alrighty. Oh, now it sounds like that Nick is back with Sam. Hi, Lusky. Oh, wait, hold on. What are you doing? Oh, careful. Watch my wine.
I know. I have eyeballs.
Hi, sweetie. Oh, sorry, guys. Yes, Amber, it is. It's actually linked in the... Oh, my gosh. Sam, people are going to see your nose, you goofball. Oh, my heavens. I can't believe you did that. Wow. Sorry about that. That's my 21-year-old son. Well, lots of you guys know Sam or feel like you know Sam.
That's why I had to say hi to
I
everyone.
know, but guess what? I can also... That's so funny. Okay. What's up with the brakes? You don't know?
We gotta take it to Subaru. He's taking your car so we can go to work tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay, I have like 1,000 errands I have to run tomorrow.
We'll get to figure it out.
Hey, Mom.
Okay, that stress level just went up really high, guys.
Mom,
Yes.
guess what?
What? Hi, T.
You can always Uber and go get Grandpa's car, right?
No. Okay, okay. Listen, I don't have time to chat. Okay.
Love you, bye.
Okay, love you. Bye. Oh goodness, guys. Okay, so guess what? Now it's time for another sip of wine because they need to take Sam's car to the dealer tomorrow, and Sam needs to run my car tomorrow to go to work. And of course, I left all the errands I needed to run till the last minute, and I don't have a car. So that's all right. We'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out. But yes, drink more wine. Yes, Mimi, drink more wine. All right, friends. Sorry for our little interruption there, but you know what? That is real life, right? That's what happens. And when your child that you don't, maybe see once a week, once or twice a week. No, usually probably once every other week. You gotta see him and hug him, and he just likes you guys. He just really does from way back when. So, Sheila, when will you be doing a video on how to use the Epson printer? I know. I will tell you, I will. In the next, I know I shouldn't say in the next 6 months, not 6 months. Wow. In the next 6 months, I will try to get it done as soon as I can. There were, the supply chain issues, it kind of really backed me up, because I had 2 kits that were supposed to come out in November that just were coming out now. Actually, I'm still finishing one up. So anyhow, I will do it because I know lots of you are waiting. Hi, Jessica. You guys know my friend Jessica. Sometimes you know Jessica. Jessica owns Color Cast Designs and does amazing acrylics. So fun that you hopped in, Jessica. All right, guys. We are things I'm looking forward to in 2022. Things at nighttime may just get a little tiny bit, I know. They might get a little tiny bit squirrelier. Okay? Just a little bit, tiny bit squirrelier because, it's been a day and some wine. All right, things I'm looking forward to in 2022. Yes, I am using a baby bottle. No, no, oh gosh, no. There are no babies coming in the family. That could have gone a totally different way. You guys know my sketch abilities aren't necessarily, I am not a graphic designer by any means, because that is supposed to be a clip stamp holding my list. It looks like a baby bottle. No babies. No babies. No babies. So yes, let's get our little clip stamp out here. Hi, Beverly from Phoenix. Hi, Elise. Yes, Elise. I know lots of you guys have purchased the Epson. There were, let's see, there were a couple people this weekend at the retreat that had theirs with them. And I'm like, oh my gosh, did you know you could do this? Did you know you can do this? Did you know you can do this? And they're like, oh my gosh. And I said, yeah, I need to do the video. So I will do it. I will, maybe, okay, let's say this. I'm going to try really, Sheila, really, for the next month. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I brought you your 4 pair of Raiders from your car.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's all that stuff in the back that needs to get rid. Okay.
Okay. It's already all taken out. It's all in one big pile in the garage.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, thank you. All right. Amazon returns are in the back of my car.
Is that what all of your errands are tomorrow?
No, that's not all the errands. No. Oh my gosh. Ay, friends. Okay. Yes. I'm using the clip stamp. That will be part of my list. I am using 2 pieces of pattern paper. If this is your first time, just please know it's not, well, it's always a little bit, it's what happens when you're in someone's house and life kind of comes into play, right? So that is what is going on, and there's a little bit of life happening, and that's good. All right. Oh, boy. Okay. So now I just have another idea. I'm pulling some papers right now out of the Good Stuff pad. This one was a sleeper collection for me. And when I say sleeper, I mean, when I first saw it, when Simple Stories first sent out kind of the release to all the retailers and said, this is what's coming. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it really does it for me, but I still bought it because I buy them all. And I started using it and I'm like, holy cow, this is a good one. I've used this a lot. All right, so let's see. I think I need these cards because we're going to do something fun with the cards. All right, that's enough to get us started for sure. The Con-Car Men interruptions, yes. Yeah, Carolyn, it has grown, right, it's grown on me. If you guys haven't really seen much of this, if you look at it on my website, you'll see I've used it quite a bit, and you can see when you go to any of the products, I show you photos of how I've used it. So this, I think, is going to look, I think this is going to go on this side, but it's going to get, we'll have to see if this is going to work. I am going to do a waterfall, and I'm going to use 3x4 cards to do a waterfall. So let's grab our trimmer. Oh, Nancy, I know I will miss the interruptions. I know, you are so right. Nancy said, Lael, you will miss those interruptions someday. I would love having it all back again. No, and I even have a little bit of that because Sam doesn't live with us anymore. He's out on his own, lives in an apartment with some friends, and yeah, so when I see him, that's why I'm like, oh, guys, hold on, I have to say hi to my son. Because, you know, if he lived at home, I'd be like, hey, be quiet, I'm busy. You know, just how things go, right? All right. Okay, what? I missed what Jessica was talking about. I saw that Sandy said that is a great idea. Did you have to do anything special to feed it through? What is she talking about? She might be talking about that you can use the Epson PictureMate to print a longer photo. Yeah, you can print and well, as long as your photo paper is, so you could technically print an 11-inch photo by 5 in your PictureMate, your Epson PictureMate. You just need to be able to size that photo somewhere to that height. So I would use, that's when I was doing it before, that's when I would use Photoshop to do that. But quite a few of you are like, well, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to do that. Oh, clear sticker. Oh, wait, clear sticker paper. Oh my gosh, I'm talking about something totally different. Where are we? Clear sticker paper. Clear matte label paper. Okay, well, now I'm really interested to know what we've been doing, what we've been chatting about, huh? All right, this, I need to narrow this down. So it needs to be 5 inches and it needs to be 4 3/4 inches because my insert is 5 inches wide and I like to have a little bit of a white border all the way around. So this is 6 by 8. So I know I need to trim off a 1/2 inch on this side plus a 1/2 inch plus 2. Well, you know what the 2 is. I don't know what the 2 is, but 1/2 inch plus 2 little marks. Oh yeah, Jessica, that would be great. I'd love to see what you're doing. And this needs to be a 1/2 inch plus 2. And that will give me, there we go. That's a perfect one for things I'm looking forward to in 2022. Always look on the bright side, right? There has got to be some kind of bright side, right? There has to be a bright side for us for 2022. Because there's been some dim sides, not dim sum, dim sides. I like dim sum. Dim sides of the last couple of years, huh? So hopefully we're like, come on, please don't let 2022 be a 2020, TOO, right? We don't want that. Okay, so that will work there. Then what I thought I would do a waterfall. Now what's going to happen with my waterfall, I'm going to see a few things peek through, right? We're going to end up seeing some things peek through. Okay, I'll explain what I just did there in a minute. Actually, that we probably won't like that. Let's put this guy here. And we'll go through the whole process of how we're going to do our waterfall. We'll go through a whole process. Now I'm just looking for one more card that can go right down below. Maybe the peachy color, because really I'm only going to see that maybe little inch or so. So let me cut this one off too. Cornwall. Oh my gosh. So, Colleen, I have now been on the docket to teach in Cornwall twice over the course of this craziness that we call our world now. So maybe third time will be a charm. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so there, that will work. Now, I wasn't originally planning on having this underneath, but I think it will be kind of fun because once all of these lift up, you'll see that always look on the bright side, and that's kind of fitting for what I'm looking forward to in 2022, right? A brighter side. All right, hang on. I had to grab my tape runner. That's what I hear, Colleen or Carolyn. That the Crop and Create in Cornwall. That's a what is that? Alliteration. Crop and Create Cornwall. That is a good one. I've done. Oh my gosh, I've done. My gosh, West Calgary. Wow. I've done Calgary. I've done Toronto. I've done Winnipeg. I've done Manitoba. Right? I don't know if I've done any more. Anyhow, yes, I've done a number of them, but never Cornwall. The reason never Cornwall, there is an event that I have been teaching at that is in Burbank, literally the weekend before. Sometimes it's the exact same weekend. Sometimes it's the weekend before, called Ready, Set, Create. It has always conflicted with that event. And so when I also had my real job, which was working for Simple Stories, and I was also doing my mail by mail stuff, there was no way that I could be gone 2 weekends in a row. It was just way too much. But now, which we're coming up on the 3-year anniversary of me being out on my own with mail by mail, which is very exciting for me. Very exciting for me. But now I can schedule a back-to-back if I want. Missouri, Amber, I don't know if I have. I mean, I know I've been to Missouri. Oh, you know what? I think I've taught at Kansas City, Missouri, right? Kansas City, Missouri. I think I've taught at Kansas City, Missouri, taught in. Maybe at a Creating Keepsakes years ago, I bet. Years and years and years ago, I bet. All right, so I am going to take, oh, I can't do that yet. Let's find a coordinating paper to go over here. Which this one could be fun. Yep, that's gonna be it. All right, this one needs to also be 4 3/4. 3 years, I know. Thank you, Jessica. Am I doing anything special to celebrate? We will be. I just don't know what it is yet. We did last year, which was kind of our, when I say we, I mean me. And when I say we, I mean you guys with me. Someone very sweet. I usually get your orders out pretty quickly. This week was not so quick because I left early Wednesday morning and I got back Sunday night. So someone emailed yesterday and said, hey, is there something wrong with my order? Normally they go out very quickly and I haven't received it yet. And I'm like, oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I've been out of town and your order will go out tomorrow. And she responded back and said, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that you did the shipping. And I'm like, yep, pretty much a one-man show. So sometimes if it takes maybe 4 or 5 days for your order to go out, that's why. Now my husband, Nick, sometimes will help me at night, but he, he's got his own full-time job doing other things. So, and then I have Lily, who usually works about, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. And she helps with kitting and things, kitting and packaging and, checking new product in and things like that. But yeah, all the shipping, all the. And then I have a few secret people that are doing some things for me. So that means we have some fun things in store for later this year. Okay, so there we go. Those are going to be my pieces and parts. Yeah, no, can't do that. This one will not work just because you'll see part of well, actually it could work. If I do that, then there's just a little bit of a half circle there. So maybe that's not bad. That might be a little bit more visually interesting than just this plain old yellow. So let's do that. All right, now we're ready for the waterfall. With the waterfall, actually, this was where I was headed first. I'm going to put this washi, which is one of my washies, one of my Lail by Mail washies, down along the bottom because it works. Because I'm doing a list about things I'm looking forward to in 2022. So there's part of a year. All right, now to do the waterfall, you just know I have to do this first, so I have to outline. Have to do the outlining. Robin, I don't know why. Oh, I know why, because somebody this past weekend was talking about, in the class I taught, I was talking about outlining because you guys know it's very much a part of everything I do. And that just reminded me again of Robin. And Robin was at the retreat I was teaching at this weekend. I got your email and I will look. I know I have. I probably have 4 different versions, 4 different project kits in the past that are Disney themed. So I will look and I will get back to you. Okay, hi Sandy. All right, it's toasty in here. I wonder if Nick's here still. He wants to run with Sam. Hang on, guys. I'm going to see if he'll bring me a fan, okay? Nick? Oh, he's probably not, because now he's really on that list of errands. Because now he knows with Sam taking my car that I'm probably in a total panic. Let's see if this one is. Yes! Okay. Look at But my little stand is not where it's supposed to be. So let's just see if I can stand that up and it will help me. Okay, hopefully that sounds not too distracting, you guys. But, I think it's probably like 50 degrees here today, which is really warm. Yes, Kylie, the creative genius of Nick. Usually he's like, I came up with some great list topics today. Hi, Susie. Oh, okay. Yes, reach out. Let me know what weekend it is. Yeah, let me know what weekend it is. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh yes, my the waterfall. Wow, the waterfall. That's what we're doing now. So waterfall. This is a technique where I'm going to have 3 cards that will each individually flip up like this. And I actually kind of call it they're waterfalling dog doors. And the reason I call it waterfalling dog doors is that these little things remind me of a dog door, right? They hinge at the top, they open from the bottom. What I will plan on doing, I'm going to make my list over here, but over here, I will come in and I'm going to add a photo to the back side of each of these little cards. So a waterfall is a great place, or it's a great way to add additional photos, additional content, additional journaling, additional lists, additional words, whatever it is, especially when you're kind of in a tight place. In a tight place being something like this. Our traveler's notebook is... Okay, I had to look. This has a direction to it. So our traveler's notebook spread is kind of a tight space, right? We don't have a ton of room. I do them in mini books a lot too. But when I do them in traveler's notebooks, I like to use washi. So I've just put that partially on the card, you can see, and partially on the, well, right now it's not. It's partially on the card and partially off the card. So that when I get this ready to go, I'm going to get all of these guys kind of in the right place of where I want them. So I know where this one goes. That looks pretty good right there. Now that is crooked. It's a nice thing about washi, right? I can just lift it back up and reposition it. So halfway on the card, and now it is halfway on my insert. And I want to lift that up and do the exact same thing. Halfway on the card, halfway on the insert or on my paper. And this washi, the flowers have a right and a wrong direction to them. So I want to make sure that I don't have them upside down. All right, there you go. So there is the first card in my series of the waterfalls. When you are, if you're using cards, and I'm using 3x4 cards, and the 3x4 cards were part of that, they came in that 6x8 paper pad. But when you're using cards, it's always a really good idea to check what is on the back side before you commit. Because let's say I wanted this to be one of my front cards. Like, let's say I'm like, ooh, that's kind of fun. Maybe I want that there. Before I commit, I need to double check to see what was on the other side. When I lift this up, there's words on the other side. If I don't want those words to be upside down, I need to double check. So if I had done it this way, when I flipped up, that would be upside down, and I wouldn't want upside down. So just kind of keep that in mind. Check when you're looking at different cards that you might want to use, check what's on the back side to make sure you're not going to end up with something upside down. And if you do, it's not the end of the world, right? It is not the end of the world. You just change it. All right. Can you guys hear that little humming? I don't know. In the summertime, I have to have a fan, another fan in here that's like on my legs the whole time to keep me cool, but I didn't think about needing one for today. It's in the middle of winter. It's the middle of winter. 60 here in Colorado. Okay, so Jessica, we have like parallel lives because it's supposed to storm, I think tonight. But it's been really warm. It's like the warm before the storm, like the calm before the storm, but it's the warm before the storm. That's what happens. Utah and Colorado have very similar climates. High mountain and very cold in the summertime cold in the wintertime with snow. And it can get pretty toasty in the summer. And dry. Utah's really dry. I think Colorado too. But yes, so because Colorado is to the east of Utah, right next to Utah, it's not uncommon that we see weather pattern and then the next day they see it. Although you guys Colorado's had a lot more snow than we have this year. A lot. We are hurting for snow, that's for sure. Okay, I can't hear it. No worries. Tracy, What did I miss? I'm not sure what I missed. I missed something. All right, so now we'll put this little guy right here. We just have a little peak. I don't know, now that little peak might bother me. I had more of a peak before. Oh, it's fine, whatever. Alrighty, there we go. So there's our waterfall. And like I said, I will come back later and I'm going to add photos to the backs of all these. This is kind of a fun little interactive thing to do. Thundering and lightning and hailing in Southern California. Hi, Karen. Karen was also at the retreat this past weekend. Look at that. I love having you guys. That's fun. And I know that both you and Robin are on here periodically, but it's just fun after I just got to see you guys in person. Wine break. All right, so now we're ready for the left side. Ready to start our list. Now, let's see what we want to do. Normally, when I make a list, I do it on white cardstock, right? If you look at, like, oh goodness, I'm about ready to do the same thing. I might have to sort something up here. Last 10 days ago, I used the clip stamp. So I don't know. We'll see if I use the clip stamp again. I might have to do something different because I just did it. But normally, I am either stamping the clip stamp on white cardstock and then I draw the my list, or draw my paper, if you will, because that's like the paper. Or I stamp the clip stamp on pattern paper and then I cut it out and then I attach it to white. But what I'm thinking I might do, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna use it again anyway, I don't care. But I think what I might do, I don't know, this could get a little cray. I think I will have pink be my list and then that will kind of tie some of the pink over here on both sides. So let's have that be our list. But what I think I want to do, I think I might take, I don't know, this may be crazy. Let's just see what it looks like, okay? I am going to stamp the clip stamp on that and then I will cut it out and use it as my stamp. So let's see what that looks like. Let's see. So this is from List It One. It is a well-loved stamp. Gosh, it's well-loved. A well-loved stamp. Now, I had my stamping things with me this weekend. And I have like half land packed because I need to pack again tomorrow. But pack some different things. So hang tight while I'm wandering around the room to see where my stamp blocks are. Huh. Did I already get them out? I thought. Oh, I know okay. Oh, yes, I did. I got them out. Okay. Ariana, you're here. Yay. Oh my gosh, Ariana, it is so good to see you. We've been wondering about you. We have been worried about you. In fact, we were talking about you earlier, and I don't know if you were on when we were talking about you earlier, but I said I was going to reach out to you and email you tonight just because everyone was concerned. So very glad that you're here and welcome back. And we hope that you're feeling okay. We hope everything's good. Could you cut out a clipboard stamp and then cover it in the washi tape you used on the right page? You know what? I could. But before I do that, I want to look at something. So, let's see. I think that sounds really fun, Kelly. Could you cut out a clipboard stamp and then cover it in the washi tape? You know, we've never done that. So what I'm going to look for really quickly is, first of all, let's look and see if we have the pattern paper like that. Okay. So we do. We have the pattern paper. That is the pattern paper. That is the washi, right? So, we could do that. However, this scale on this is really big. We kind of like the scale on that, right? So you know what? Let's try it. Sometimes when we're together, we try things, right? Because we're not sure how it would work. And I can be our guinea pig, right? I can be our guinea pig. So at home, if you're like, ooh, I might want to try that, but I don't want to mess something up, or I don't want to ruin it, or I don't have the patience, well, then let's see what happens when I do. Now, if we had a die, and I am not, okay, I will hold that thought. I'm going to hold that thought, because I just had an idea. Yes, Lynette, that's what I was going to do. So I'm going to do two things here. Lynette, my original plan was to stamp on the striped paper and then cut it out. So let's try that. I'll have that ready to roll. Yeah, die would be awesome. Yeah, so I'm going to send out an email tonight when we're done. All right, there's one, and then I'm also going to, actually, you know what we'll just do? We'll also do, actually, I'll do it on white. That'll be easier to kind of see. What happens if we try to, oh, okay, so this is what I think is going to happen. When we cover that, ooh, I got a little overzealous there with my stamping. When we cover that, we're going to, oh, Sandy. Okay, whoopsie. Sandy said cover the paper, then stamp on top of the washi. So one thing I know right off the bat, if I stamp on top of the washi, and let's just do it because then we can see what happens. The washi is non-porous, right? Paper porous, washi non-porous. So when I stamp on top of the washi, I'm going to have to try to clean the washi off. Now, if I had stays on ink, then I could probably, oh, and my flowers are upside down, oh well. If I had stays on ink, I could probably stamp, I know I could, I mean, not probably, but I could stamp on top of the washi, and it should be permanent and not smear. That's part of the properties of stays on, but I hate stays on ink. I cannot stand it. So I don't have stays on. So when, let's see. When Sandy said cover the paper, then stamp on top of washi. Yes, which is a good idea. That's what I'm doing. And then I am going to try not to get those of you that have die cutting machines. Obviously, you can die cut your paper, but you could do the exact same thing that we're doing here with washi, where you cover your paper with washi first, and then die cut. Like if you had washi, but you didn't have the pattern paper, and you wanted to have that look, you could do this. All right, let's see. All right, now I want to see what happens when I do that. I fully expect that to smear. Ariana, goodness, yes, 2 months. Oh my goodness, you are in for one heck of a 2 months, huh? I do have archival ink, the black, this guy. I bet that would work, huh? Permanent. All right, so let's see what happens here. Right, which is what I thought was going to happen. Now, I don't know what would happen if I use the archival, but it sounds like that would probably work. We're just playing to see what's going to happen to us. I would need to, in order to use that, I would need to come back in and completely wipe that off, just because it would get all smeary. So that gives you kind of an idea what it looks like. But I am not going to use that because I will make one giant mess. I know. I want to have a little bit more of the detail. But thank you, because that is cool. And I love it when we, oh, did everybody lose the video? Interesting. I don't know. It'd be interesting to know if everybody did. If everybody did, then it's me. But if only some people did, then it's probably you guys have an ISP in common. All right, so this is going to be my list. I think we're going to go back to this. And we'll cut this out again. Went into settings and turn on the quality. Yeah, who knows? The interwebs sometimes do the crazy things. The wild and crazy interwebs. You guys know who that is? Well, he doesn't say interwebs, but you know. All right. So as I'm just, over here talking to myself, as I'm talking to myself and as I am just doing some cutting here, let's talk about what's on your list. Things you're looking forward to in 2022. I know one of the things on Ariana's list, getting to walk. Come on. Getting to walk. What else, guys? What else is on your things you're looking forward to in 2022 list? I've talked about a couple of them so far. I haven't even started listing yet. All right. I'll talk about them when we get there. Yeah, really weird. I don't know what's going on, you guys. I don't know what's going on tonight. If you're California, it could be the those thunder and lightning storms you were talking about. But who knows? Who knows? All right, so I think what we'll do here, boy, this is going to be a loud, it's going to be pretty loud, but that's okay. Oh, so look at this. Well, all right, I don't know if you can see this, but on the paper, there are numbers next to those lines. So that could work really well for me to number the things I'm looking forward to in 2022. However, I don't have that many things on my list. So, I'll just make it work. I'll make it work. Like Tim Gunn says, make it work. Oh, and I didn't know that Tim Gunn isn't on Project Runway anymore. I don't know. I had I've been getting lots of bad migraines again lately, and I know it's why, because it's stress. Because mine are almost 100% stress, self-induced, Nick would say. Stress-induced, I say. Let's see, how wide do we want that to be? Maybe 4? 4? Let's try 4 and see what we get. But yeah, one morning I was not feeling well, and so I was just kind of drinking coffee and in bed and just kind of trying to relax, and I came across Project Runway. I'm like, oh, I loved Project Runway when I used to watch it years ago. And I don't know, I watched like 3 or 4 episodes in a row. And yeah, Tim Gunn not there. He wasn't there, which was sad because I liked him. He was good. The new guy, I think the new guy is like a past. Well, here I'm talking. I don't even know, because as far as I know, it could have been one from like 5 years ago. I don't even know if it was current. But the current guy, I think maybe he was a past contestant or designer or whatever. Contestant sounds like he's on The Price is Right. A past designer. And yeah, but it was still good. I still like the show. It's always amazing to see. I mean, I look at a sewing machine and the bobbin instantly just goes, I mean, I can not even touch it. I look at it and it does that. So a seamstress I am not. All right. I think we better stop at 20. Right? All right. Let's cut this guy off. Tim and Heidi making the cut. Oh, they do something different now. They both went away. Ooh, scandalous. Making the cut. Huh. Yes. I would have no idea how old how old the season was that I was watching, because yeah, I haven't seen that show in many years. Many years, but it was fun. Rat's nest. Yes, exactly, Ms. L. Exactly. One big old rat's nest is what I get when I try to sew. So it amazes me. Okay, so I think we're a little bit too wide. Yeah, it just looks a little bit too wide because we're kind of lots of space at the top, a little bit too wide. So let's get that back out again and just trim it down a tad bit more. Just a tad bit more. All right, how about that much? Oh, it's like library card size now. That's funny. No, it's not quite as wide, but it's pretty close. Pretty close. All right, that I'm going to do on one of our next lists. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and put this guy down. That's even fun on that side, isn't it? But I couldn't write the list on that side. That'd be way too much. Way too crazy. Now, what was kind of cool, and I didn't mean for it to happen, but it just kind of did. Okay, where'd it go? Where'd our clip go, friends? This is funny. When I lose something, I have my iPad in front of me. And so I always look forward at my iPad because sometimes it's easier to see. Does anyone know what I did with that? You guys usually are really good. You're like, it's over there to the left underneath the blah, blah, blah. Where'd it go? I kind of need the clip, friends. It's kind of, Linda May's here. Linda May knows, oh, there it is. Linda May knows I love her name. Linda May. All right, here we go. But look at if it goes right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. In the little hole in the top of the clip, there's a little heart that sits right in there. It's like, it's perfect. So that's where that's going to go. That is where that is going to go. Look, there's a thumb with the fingernail in the back side of my clip. All right, that will go right about there. Okay, now we need to, ooh, pencil. Let's get some of these things put away. We'll do our outline because, you know, always have to have the outline. Ooh, but I'm going to end up, oh well, writing over some of those digits. All right, so things that I am looking forward to. Now, I'm not quite ready yet because I need to do just a tad bit more decorating. So let's look at... These are the journal bits. I don't use these very often. Don't get blinded by that shining silver tray. It's a silver platter. It's a platter, yeah. That's kind of a stretch. But I say silver platter because if I say silver platter, does that ring a bell with anyone? Silver platter, like a 50th, no, it could be 50. Like a 25th anniversary. Silver platter. And a song called Sunshine Day. Sunshine Day, everybody's dun, dun, Sunshine Day. I'm not a singer. Does that anybody ring a bell? Oh, that has to ring a bell with someone. There has to be someone else that's a total fanatic about that show like I am. And I'm gonna just wait. Yes, Elise, got it. Elise, yes, Brady Bunch. When Mike and Carol were celebrating, oh, it wasn't their 25th anniversary. Clearly, they weren't that old, or they hadn't been married that long, but they were celebrating their anniversary. And the kids wanted to do a really special present for them. So they wanted to get have a silver platter and have it engraved. And they did, but then something happened. They didn't have the money to pay for it. I don't remember what happened. They didn't have the money to pay for it. And then, oh, I need a title. That can't go there. Hold on. now I'm struggling to like chew gum and talk at the same time, or pat my head and rub my stomach at the same time. Anyhow, so they didn't have enough money. They couldn't pay for it. So they had to go on a singing competition, and they went on the singing competition as the Silver Platters, and they won, of course. They won, and then they got the money to buy the silver platter. Yes. Sunshine Day. Okay. Now, I need a title. So I probably better get on that because I almost just messed that up. Things I'm looking forward to. Oh, honey. Oh my gosh. Honey, do you have to use the restroom right? That's right there.
Yes,
You're speechless. Will you get me the fan from downstairs in the utility room, please? Thank you. Hopefully you guys couldn't hear that. There's that, like, the powder bath is right outside of my craft room. And And yeah, so Nick decided he'd go potty in there. And he flushed it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you kidding? All right. So I need a title. My title is going to be, I wonder if, like, I can make one of these little speech bubbles work for my title. What if we did down here? No, that's kind of weird, isn't it? I kind of like it at the bottom, but it's kind of weird. But if we go over here, maybe if it went over here, here? I think it could go there. It just needs a little something else around it because it's kind of in the middle of no man's land, but that's okay. But it is kind of in the middle of no man's land. What if, no, that's too big. But it's not to say this couldn't go down here. Let's put that there. But we still need something to deal with that. So what should go there? Oh, good. I'm glad you guys didn't hear anything. Oh, thank you. Thanks, honey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Their outfits, I know, right? I can see Marsha. I can see Marsha right now, like in my head. And she had, well, I think she always had little skirts on because that, yeah, I know, right, Lynette? And he did. At least he flushed, Lynette said. Yes, yeah. Of course she had a short skirt on because that was what you did back in the day, right? That's what you did back in the day. All right, now I'm going to stickers. So maybe, I know I've totally just changed. No, I don't like that. I don't like that because this is why. So sometimes it's good to talk about why. We have that stripe going on up there and then we have some stripes here and it's distracting. So don't need that. We will not do that. Let's just see what else could work. Oh, here, this would work here. If I put this little thing that says date, it might be kind of nice to have a little date right here, right? We like to date our lists. I usually try to remember to do that. So this would be 2/15/22. Oh, I know what I should have done. I have a new date stamp. This new handy dandy date stamp. That's small, a little bit smaller, so that would have worked. But it's not working because I already did that. Okay, now this, I'm still back to this. It still needs something there, actually. Now that I put this puppy sticker there, I think I need to move that because I have that and that. We need like opposite corner action. So what if we do this right here? Sure. All right, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Things I'm looking forward to. Un momento, por favor. Let's grab a, yes, let's grab a little heart, ouch, little heart epoxy sticker. Lots of hearts. All right, things I'm looking forward to. Whoopsie. In 2022. Okay, and then it's like the list is speaking to us, right? The list is speaking to us. It will just go right down like there, like that. Sticker book is good. Yeah, it's a good one, Ariane. There's lots of good stuff in it. It's just kind of a really great everyday, good for lots of things. Oopsie. All right, things we're looking forward to in 2022. Here we go now. Oh, well, the one's not going to work. That's okay. Because I'm really going to have to come down to about 4. But that's all right. The numbers are just decorative, right? They're just for show. They're not for real. They're just for show. Karen, you are watching cockatoo videos. That's a good excuse. I like it. I like it. That's hilarious. That is funny. Karen, so Jessica Upton is also on, and she was talking about, yes, that you guys have snow headed your way. She's also from Colorado. All right, here we go. So the things I'm looking forward to in 2022, it's going to go on and on and on, apparently. Things I'm looking forward to. So one of the things is a a girls' trip to La Jolla. That's one of the things. I'm just trying to think. I was trying to think if I wanted to add more at the end of February. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't you fret your pretty little head. I just said that we will be together on the 26th. I'm not leaving till the 27th. Girls trip. And then a tag along trip with Nick to Seattle. And now I'm saying to see Jack, our older son, lives in Seattle, or I'm in Tacoma. Nick's going for work, but then if I tag on to the end of his trip, then it will be a fun trip, and we'll go see Jack, our older son. Oh yes, there's also another tag along trip. A tag along trip with Nick to Nashville. That will be fun. In April. I was trying to remember. I'm not sure if Peabody Hotels in Memphis, right? Not Nashville. I don't know if I've been to Nashville or not before. Novena, you live in Tacoma? Yes, Jack, our older son, lives in Tacoma. He went to University of Puget Sound, and now he is working towards becoming a chef. Yes, Tacoma. He lives near University of Puget Sound, if you know where that is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. Okay, tag along trip with Nick and then friends. Friends trip to Vegas in June to see Sting in concert. That will be fun. There's a lot of travel. Lots of travel I'm looking forward to. I think my whole list is almost going to be all travel. So maybe I better back off of that for a bit. I'm going to back off the travel and start talking about some other things because there are a couple more travels on there that I could have. Let's see. Hitting my goal weight. Finally and forever. I know some of you are doing the Gina Libby thing with me and Vicky and lots of folks. That's one of the things Gina says, the finally and forever. So that will happen. Hi, Shannon. That will happen. That will hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. All the travel kind of makes things in a holding pattern for me. As far as losing weight, especially this last weekend, I kind of got a little crazy. There was one night where we're all staying together in this house, and there was one night where the Fireball came out. So that's good. I had 2 shots of Fireball, but then after that, nachos ensued, and so had some nachos, and that's not really on the plan, but that's okay. Sometimes you have to have the blanket nachos and then move on. Ariana, enjoy, have fun with your family, enjoy the movie. Okay, yeah, so hitting my goal weight, we'll get there, slow but steady. I mentioned this earlier, the 6 months teaching hiatus. 6 months in-person teaching. Hiatus. Ready for a break. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love teaching in person. It's one of the things I miss the most with the pandemic. But this time of year, after I have been, oh yeah, thank you, Mimi. Water hydration break. I noticed you didn't say wine hydration break. Okay. Yeah, and then Karen contributed to that as well. Karen made, I don't know what the things you made, Karen, but they were pretty darn good with the blue curacao. Is that how you say it? Caraco. Oh my gosh, they were tasty too. I only had one of those earlier in the night. Oh golly, I'm sounding like a little, it's good. Mm, I know. I was saying, I love teaching in person. I missed it so much during the pandemic. Every year, September, October, November, December. No, September, October, November are super. I travel all the time those months. And then I am twice in February this year. So it's a lot. So I am looking forward to my little hiatus. And then September, it will be a lot again. September, October, November, it will be packed again. So that will be good. Yes, also looking forward to lots of new Lael by Mail products. When I say that, I mean products that I design, have designed, and manufacture. None of them say Lael by Mail on them, but they're my products. The very last one is I am looking forward to. This is gonna sound crazy, and I'm not there yet. I am looking forward to getting in a swimsuit and feeling okay about it. Right? That's hard. That is hard. But that is something I'm looking forward to. Blue Lagoon. There we go. Blue Lagoon. Oh, I love that movie. Don't get me started on Blue Lagoon. With the boy that we all had our biggest crush on when we were 13 or 14 or whatever it was. All right, so I think we're just about done here, friends. I think we need something like that. Maybe that guy's too big. So if he's too big, those are my little die cuts. Let's go to the stickers, the regular stickers. Oh, I'm not done yet. I know there's a couple more things I need to do. Maybe this yes would go really well, right? This yes could come right here. Right? Those are things I'm looking forward to. Yes. All right. Then we need, oh yes. Yes. Oh yes. Okay. I'm looking for a smiley, but those smileys are still too big. And so I think I may have to go to the puppy stickers. But I'm going to come back to this sheet in a minute. The puppy stickers, because the puppy stickers are a little bit smaller in scale. Oh yes, look. Oh, this will be perfect, maybe. Let's see if this guy will work. I was thinking he might be good. Oh yeah, he'll be good. That's a good one there. Okay, now, there's one thing I'm not really enjoying. This is the problem. This guy right here. I will still use the yes, but now I have 3 corners and 1 corner missing, and it just is kind of weird. So we're going to pop this back up ever so gently, and I think this can just go right here. Right? And then, actually, I think that's good. It's a little bit empty right here, but that's all right. It's just going to stay. All right, there we go. There is first list. Now, Leif Garrett. No, it wasn't Leif Garrett. That's a whole other thing. I had the most immense crush on Leif Garrett when I was in probably 7th grade. I don't know. I lived in Park City, Utah, and there was a movie being filmed, and Leif Garrett was the star of the movie, and they needed some extras. Yes, they needed some extras. So I was an extra in a movie with Leif Garrett when I was, I don't know how old. You guys know what I need to do? I need to find the photo, because I have a photo of me and my friend who was also an extra. He's in the middle of us, and he has his arm around each of us or whatever. But oh my gosh, I could not sleep. I had the biggest crush on him. Every night, I'd be pining away. I'm probably 12 and he's probably 30, but whatever. So no, Tracy, not Leif Garrett. It was Christopher Atkin. I think that's it. Yes, Christopher Atkin. Oh, he was so cute. Miss L, she cut Leif Garrett's picture out of Tiger Beat and plastered them all over the wall. Yeah, no, here's the thing. Guess what? You probably don't want to, well, you could Google him. I mean, here's the deal. We all grow older, right? Yeah, sometimes certain men age very gracefully. My husband is one of them. I swear, the older I think he's a very nice looking man, Nick, my husband. The older he gets, just the more distinguished and more handsome he gets, right? Most women, not the case, right? Just be careful if you Google Leif Garrett. He is, well, he's aged. Maybe not as gracefully as, well, he probably led a little bit of a hard life. Maybe that could be part of the problem. He could have led a little bit of a hard life that attributed to his not aging so gracefully. All right, so there we go. There's our first list. And Leif Garrett. Okay, second list is favorite Winter Olympic events. Oh yeah, don't even get me started on Sean Cassidy. Oh, I loved Sean Cassidy, Karen. I loved him. Loved him. And when he was on the Hardy Boys TV show, yep, loved him with Parker Stevenson. Alrighty, let's see, what did I do with that stamp? Because I need to put it away. Because tomorrow's gonna be a blank show as I'm figuring out how to run around now without a car, and also do all the things I needed to still get done, including make sure that my craft room is clean, because I can't just close the door. I mean, I could, but, all right, where? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Okay. Grab that. Oh, that wasn't very smart. Davy Jones. Oh, Davy Jones from the Monkees, right? I just know that because Davy Jones was on an episode of the Brady Bunch. Randolph Mantooth. Cheryl, I don't know who that is. Randolph Mantooth. I don't know who that is. Oh, Eric Estrada, yes, from Chips. Blood Brothers with Sean and David Cassidy. Oh my gosh, I bet that was good, Colleen. Colleen, Colleen, are you the one who has all the concerts and all the concert tickets? Is that you? I'm not sure if that's you or not. Andy Gibbs, Sean Cassidy, Leif Garrett. There was another one, I can't remember his name. Oh, Nathan Chen. Oh, Lori, here's a little. Nathan Chen is from Utah. Did you know that? Where I'm from. There actually, this is another little tidbit. There are, I can't remember what the statistic was, but there are more Winter Olympic athletes from Utah by far than any other state. Like seriously, by far. And part of that is because, Utah had the Winter Olympics in 2002, and there are quite a few different training facilities here. Okay, I'll get to that. I was going to talk about the Olympics for a minute, but let's get moving, and then we'll talk about the Olympics when we get to this page. Emergency. Oh, Shannon, I loved the show Emergency. I loved. Oh, and Mary, Donnie Osmond is also from Utah. Yes, Donnie Osmond. All right, second list. Favorite Winter Olympic events. I had to get all those things put away because now we're moving on to a different collection. This collection, this is Pretty Little Studio, Frosty and Friends, and oh my gosh. Oh, so cute. All right, I know I need some of that. I know I need that. And then I I had high aspirations. My aspirations were to finish one of the project kits I really needed to finish today, but I didn't. So I took the photo of the flat lay that I always do, and then put everything away, completely cleaned up in here so I could have a fresh mind to design, and I didn't. So then I just threw all this in here, and I've got to get it all back out again. Okay, so favorite Winter Olympic events. I'm using Frosty and Friends. Oh, this is so cute. Cute. All right, I already know I want to use, this is going to be another 2-page spread, and I know I want to use this on this side. So this is from the 8x8 paper pack. This is called Snowy Village. And I thought it'd be so cute because this kind of reminded me, like it could be kind of like the Olympic Village, right? Except this year, Olympic Village, I think, is probably quite a bit different than in years past. Oh yes, Mary said, Mary said, I'm so happy. Erin Jackson won the 500 speed skating. Oh my gosh. If you guys don't follow Olympics, you need to look up her story. I'm just going to cut this paper while we're chatting. So it's 8x8. I need to trim off the product strip. She was favored to win the women's 500 meter, I think, in speed skating. And during the qualification round in the U.S., before the Olympics ever even, started qualification round to go to the Olympics, represent the U.S., she stumbled just a tiny bit. She stumbled. Well, that meant that she didn't win her qualifying round, and so she was not going to the Olympics, and she was the favored one to win. So her friend, who is also a skater, had won she'd won, I guess, 2 different events, so she could qualify the 500 and something else. So she gave her spot to her friend Erin, gave up her spot so she could go to the Olympics, which, oh my gosh, you're like, are you kidding me? Like, so freaking cool, right? So that happens. So now they can both go to the Olympics. Then they get there, and I think it's Erin. Yes, Erin, the one who originally wasn't going to go, team voted her to be one of the flag bearers for the opening ceremonies. She gets COVID when she tests positive for COVID when she gets to China, so she has to go in isolation. So she asked her friend to carry the flag for her in the opening ceremonies, which so cool. Anyhow, I don't think it's a spoiler because I think it happened yesterday or the day before, but she did her race and she won. I think she ended up with, for sure, I think Olympic record, I guess it would have to be world record. Anyhow, world record, Olympic record, something. And then they showed her friend that was there watching and just cheering for her and so excited. And you're like, you know what? That's good. That's just good story, right? It's good to be a good person. That was a great story. So, it was really cool. It's a really neat story. It's a neat story. There's, all Olympics have neat stories. Some Olympics have not so neat stories, like what's happening. Well, I don't know. Controversial, so controversial what's happening with the Russian 15-year-old skater and testing positive for a banned substance and way back in December, and she shouldn't have been skating. Anyhow, that's a whole other, but yeah, that's a hard one. So our list is about our favorite Winter Olympic events. We actually did the summer version of this list just this past summer because we had Summer Olympics, right? We're really hoping that Utah gets the Olympics back, the Winter Olympics back, because, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you. So it was here in 2022. 2002. It was here in Utah in 2002. And we had tickets to a couple of events. We bought tickets to the luge, which was amazing. The luge. I'm totally blanking. Oh, hockey. I'd have to go back and look at my scrapbooks from 2002 because now I don't remember. It's been too many years. Well, it's been 20 years. Anyhow, we had so much fun. So much fun. And there's so many great things to do. Well, there were here. Even when the Olympics, even when the events aren't going on. I'm just looking for one more pattern because I'm not sure quite yet what I want to do. One more pattern that kind of coordinates with that, but then also that. No. Now you can see I can't keep talking because I'm having a hard time talking and focusing. Maybe. Okay, you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to go with this guy. I know it's not your super traditional, but I like the pink on there. Not your super traditional winter colors, but I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. Oh, Jamaican bobsled team. I know, right? So yes, if they come back to Utah, I will do everything and anything. I will save for 20 years to go to everything and anything I can. It's such an amazing experience. It was a once in a lifetime, but maybe will be twice in a lifetime. All right, so this is going to be, I need another full page that's going to go on this side. So this is Pretty Little Studio. This one is also linked in the description of the video. You guys know I love Pretty Little Studio. Love Melissa. Melissa is another. So we've talked about different. Small businesses. Jessica popped in and said hello, and I love it when my business, girl boss friends pop in. I didn't know Jessica was going to pop in, so it's always fun to see her. I need to trim that a little bit more. Melissa owns Pretty Little Studio. Oh, we talked about Shari Pack at Persnickety, and then Melissa owns Pretty Little Studio, and she's a one-man band. Does everything, the printing, the die cutting, packaging, everything out of her house. And she designed some of the product, and then she also has some different designers that contract with her and also design product. So you guys know, if you've shopped it all on my website, you know how much I love Pretty Little Studio. It's just fun, all made in the US. Paper, stickers, die cuts, everything. Well, yeah, because she's, North Carolina maybe, I think. Anyhow, but yes, everything made in the US, which is always nice when we can support our small business girl boss US based, US manufactured companies. You know, we had like, when we were together on the 5th, we had like a little kind of manufacturing 101 where I shared some insight as to why manufacturers do some of the things they do and why they produce some things in the US and some things have to be produced in China and all those kind of things. Oh, good night, Cheryl, if I missed you. This is another 2-pager, Mimi. Oh yeah. I love the Winter Olympics too, snowboarder, Lindsay Jacob Ellis. So you know what's funny? Nick and I were watching snowboarding last night. This is very exciting, romantic Valentine's at the Concars, packing some orders and doing some work and then watching the Olympics. Anyhow. Oh yes, some of the snowboarding last night. Oh my gosh, the men's snowboard. What do they call it? It's on my list. Snowcross. Snowboard cross. No, that's not it. Big air slope style. That's what it is. The big air slope style. Hello, Valley Rule. Hello, Val. Okay, I'm gonna call you Valley Rolls. You've got a long one. Valley Rose, God guide me. Hello, Valley Rolls. Hi, Marie. Nice to see you. All right. Let's see. Okay. I was just looking at comments. You guys are figuring out how you know each other. All right. So here we go. Here's my 2-page list. I am going to use a library card pocket. These I have on my website. These are self-adhesive, so one big giant sticker, and it is a pocket for a library card, and I love using these for my lists. So I will talk about what I'm going to insert in there in a minute, but I think I am going to use this pink. Because you know what? I mean, winter, right? Winter, all blue. Well, we can get away from the blue because we're the boss of us. I'm the boss of me. I can do whatever I want. So I'm going to incorporate pink. And it actually works because you have the pink and I love that yellow over there too. But that is what I will do here. Let's go ahead and cut this. Let's see if I can be fancy with my trimmer and only trim to right there. Oh yeah, we can do that. And then this one will go right about here. Just so you know that even when you guys aren't here, sometimes I talk out loud to myself. But if I'm not talking out loud to myself when I'm working, you better believe I say all those things in my head. So if I was by myself, I either would have said that out loud, and then this one will go right here, and then I'll just cut that there, and it'll go. There we go. See? Or that all of those things would be said in my head. Alrighty, that will go right there. Let's erase that little pencil mark. These things, my tweezers are wanting to stab me, so I need to move those off to the side. Yeah, I like the pink on there. I really like the pink on there. And you know what? That was an easy choice because it was part of the paper pack, right? Whoever designed this collection, it was for Pretty Little Studio. It was a great choice because the pink and the yellow. There's a really good idea of the color palette. The pink and the yellow. The pink and the yellow just really make it all that more fun. Okay, now we'll outline our little card here. I used part of this same collection in my January about last month. So a few of the pieces down here and then a couple of the snowflakes. Okay, so now I think these are punch out borders, and you guys have seen me use the punch out labels. I love all the punch out labels that Pretty Little Studio does. So you can see I have lots and lots and lots in my little label container. Because see, I like labels. I have lots of labels in my label container. But I think I might pull these out. But the punch out labels are similar to the punch out borders, where they're die cut, but they're not separated, right? They haven't been separated out. They're just part of that little sheet. So I thought it might be fun to use one of these little borders down below. And I'm kind of digging that little rainbow one. That rainbow one is quite cute. So let's just punch that out. Eek. Like so. Mary, it's currently 30, feels like 24. Hi, Sharon. All right. So if let's see where we want this to go. This will go here. I think it could go just right there. No. Okay, so there's part of this that's bugging me. I think I'm gonna have to use a different one. The reason that's bothering me is I love all of these colors until I get to here. And then at first glance, it looks like that is my border, right? It looks like I am just missing all of this because those blues just kind of blend right into the background. So that tells me that is not for this. So maybe, I know I want to make, well, okay, so I like, maybe we'll just do the yellow. The yellow is a little bit of a different color than the yellow over here. But I think we can make it work. Like Tim Gunn says, make it work. We'll just make it work. We'll just put it on. It's going to have to work. All right. I think we'll end up putting that on there like that, right? That stands out so much more, don't you think, than that guy? Yeah, it's just, that was too busy. All right, so there we go. And now I don't want to stick anything down yet because I need to deal with my card that's going to go in there. So one of my new stamp sets is this guy. It is the, let me just see if I have one that's not stamped. Oh yes, here we go. See, look at, I have all of the stamps that are in a little area that have a sticky that says for photography, so I remember not to use them because sometimes you want to photograph something and you don't want it to look like that. It's not as attractive. Nothing wrong with that. It's just been stamped with black a lot, so nothing wrong with that, but to photograph it with other things, it's just not too pretty. That's the stamp, the library card stamp. This I had designed because I've loved using library cards for a while, last couple of years. I've been using the library cards. And the library card itself always bugged me a little bit because the library card, let me see if I can find one. Here we go. The library cards are actual library cards. So it has all this jazz up at the top, and then it has all this jazz down here, which for a library card is great. But when you really just want the shape of a library card and you want to be able to like put a title on it and do a list or something on it, it's a little bit harder with all of that stuff. So that's where I had this little guy designed. Basically, exact same thing, but up at the top, there are no words and there are no lines. And down below, the lines are a little bit thinner, but they don't have the verticals. So these, I think we played with this. I mean, it's fairly new. I think we played with this once so far since I got it. And we did, let me see if I can find it in here. I know it's in here. Isn't it? Oh, it's towards the end of the year. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. There we go. So this, I stamped it on a piece of pattern. That's also good stuff. I stamped that on a piece of pattern paper. And then instead of putting it in a library card pocket, like I'm going to do here, I used a photo flip. And these I also carry on my website. These generally are meant to be used in pocket page scrapbooking, and you adhere that to the top of a pocket page, and then you slide your photo in. But I thought it'd be really fun to include here. So my list on my library card actually slides into that little pocket, like so. And then you can see the list, but then you can also pull it out. It's hailing in Orange County. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Ms. L, you have a couple of Orange Countyers here with you. All right, so normally I would then get the stamp out and I would stamp it on white cardstock and then I'd keep going. But I've already done that. So look at I've done some ahead of time, actually. Robin and Karen, they will recognize these because I actually taught this. I taught the class I taught this past weekend. Everyone had one of these and one of the pockets in their kit. So I had some extra. So I am just cutting it short. But basically, I just took the stamp and on white cardstock. So, and this really kind of goes for any stamps that you guys have. Whether it's a clipboard stamp or a stamp like this, or really any of your stamps that you find that you use on a frequent basis, it's not a bad idea to do some pre-stamping like that, so that if you have all your stamping things out, you might as well stamp a handful so that next time when you're ready to use a card like that, or whatever it is that you've stamped, that you have a couple on hand. Because sometimes, let's be honest, sometimes we want something stamped, but the thought of getting our stamps out and stamping and cleaning the stamp and all of that is just more than we want to deal with. So if you are doing some stamping, you might as well just do a couple of extras so you have them handy. Right. Let's see. Oh, coordinating die for that. All right, well, I don't even think I have that on my list. We talked about that earlier, but I should probably write that down because knowing where my mind is these days. So, die for and not clipboard, that is a library card. Okie dokie. So I am not a huge die cutter. I have a, I don't know, Cuddle Bug or something like that. I don't do a ton of die cutting. But if I had those dies, I guarantee you I would. So we shall see, my friends. That's not a hard thing to do. Because I know the people that have that done for me. So we're going to have another quick little hydration break. This time it's going to be wine. Hi, Lauren. Okay. Num num. I'm going a little lighter tonight with some Chardonnay instead of a Cabernet. Alrighty. So I wanted to wait to place that until I knew where I was going to, how high the card set out. But still, before I want to place it, I have a few more things that I want to do. I had pulled out some die cuts, all from that Frosty and Friends collection, linked in the description below. I don't know, I just pulled some things, so let's see. Winter Wonderland. Oh, love that. I just like that. Now, So Much Fun is cute too. Aren't these die cuts fun? I think, oh, we better do So Much Fun, right? So Much Fun, that's just a cute little play on words. I think that needs to go there. All right, now, so now what I'm just trying to do is figure out what is going to go on this side. If I layered those two like that, that could be cute. And then nothing else will go over here, right? Nothing else will go over here. It'll just kind of be like that. Oh, well, I had pulled, yeah, let's see. I had pulled out my navy ruler, well, measuring tape, whatever it is, I don't remember. My navy, yeah. So over here, it would be great. Like it would go really well over here, but those two blues, I don't know though, because look at, it matches. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's put this little guy here. And then we'll put this little guy over here. We need to lift those up. And now what I need to do is I think I need to have another layer of washi in there because generally I don't do a single layer. I did on the last layout, or the last spread, the last layout, because it's fine because it just kind of fades right into the background. But here I need a second. Here I need a second one. So what I need is, I need a pink. Boy, if you guys saw the situation, my washi state right now, it is a sad state of affairs. It is everywhere in like 1,000 different drawers. Oh, okay, hang on. I don't think that's going to work, but we'll pull it out just in case. I need a really thin little pink. Oh, I have an idea. Aha. Okay, that may be too matchy-matchy. All right, don't mind me as I'm just looking for some pinks. I have lots more pinks, but nothing is organized right now. Who wants to come to my house and spend like 8 hours organizing my washi? Okay, one more. Okay, I just found a few pinks, so let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have here. All right, this guy's really fun, but it's just too much. It brings in way too many colors. I like it, but too much. This guy, I don't know, maybe this guy could work. And I'm not going to judge yet because I need to, this looks really, really pink, but it's because it's layered on layered on layered on each other. So you're getting quite a few pinks coming up. So it's kind of making it look darker than it is. Oh yeah, so now we can see that really doesn't work because now it's really kind of translucent as opposed to opaque. So we don't really want that one. And I don't know, this may not work because of the wonderful things he does. We're off to see the wizard. Okay, that is also opaque. I mean, translucent, transparent. That's not going to work. I think most of these are going to be, which is going to be a little bit of a problem. This is too. And that's too much scallop on scallop, you know. Well, let's see here. Yeah, no, nothing is really working there. So I think, I don't know. I think that's just going to come off. Oop. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, okay, guess what? It's not. It's there for good. We're going to work it. We got to work it. Make it work. Make it work. Tim Gunn style. Make it work. Okay, so then I need, oh, I know. I needed a little, probably a label to go down there. Just because it's just kind of bleh. So, this is a really long label though. Oh, I know. Sorry, I'm clearly talking to myself, oblivious to anything else that is going on around me as I'm thinking here. I'm looking for a sticker sheet of label stickers. Ooh, sticker sheet of label stickers. Aha, there we go. Because I could not use well, I could. I did not want to use the other labels. Oh yes, because these are too long for my space. If I were to put one of these down here, it would just be a little bit too long because it's about the width of the card, and that would just be the scale, the sizing would just be off for my taste. Nothing wrong with that, but it just off for my taste. So let's grab these. These are a little bit smaller. All right, labels, a lot of times label things are my go-to. All right, so what if we, I don't know, we might need the pink again. Let's see. Here. All right, Winter Olympics, you guys chatting? Were you chatting about what your favorite events are? Oh yes, that will be perfect. It'll just help to kind of break that up a tad, just because there's a lot of it going on over here. All right? Then we'll Come up with something fun to go in it. Like maybe this cute thing. No, I don't think so. No. We need a word strip sticker. Word strip sticker. And I think we want one of the colored ones. Yes, I could. So Nancy, I could put it in half. I could cut it in half. That's usually what I do. I usually cut them in half and I usually put them like over here. Yes, I could have, I for sure could have done that. All right, let's see what we have. These are little tiny word strip stickers and I feel like, oh, let's see. I like the yellow. Love today. They don't really fit. Let's go sledding. That kind of work. Let's go shopping. I like that one. Let's go shopping. It really doesn't work in there though. Love you to pieces. My favorite winter activity. That kind of works. It kind of works. My favorite winter activity. When I do the half pipe on my snowboard. Yeah, I don't. In case you were wondering. I ski. Well, I used to ski a lot. Okay, there we go. My favorite winter activity. Okie doke. I think we are ready to roll. Now I feel good about placing this guy. And because it's a big sticker, I just pull off the sticky. Like that. And let's get that. So, bummer. My little thing here is not quite centered. Oh well. Oh well. That's okay. Now I need my glue pen because, you know what? My big one, I can see that there's glue in you. My big one I need to replace. I just used the last of it this weekend. I need to replace in my little stand. I'm flipping it off. It's making me mad. I mean, I'm not intentionally flipping it off. It just looks like I am. It's not flowing. Maybe it is. All right. Oh yeah, I can feel it on there. Okay, there we go. Now, some of you don't like your handwriting, right? Some of you do not like your handwriting. Well, if you're listing with me, it's kind of hard. Although I know, like, not Val, Reggie. Oh gosh, I haven't seen Reggie in a long time. That I just thought of that. But Reggie does beautiful lists, and she does them on computer, and then prints out her list and then decorates, which is, you know, that's fun to do too. But so for those of you that don't like your handwriting, and you're like, well, I don't want to list without I don't want everybody to see my handwriting. Well, a pocket like this is a great way to kind of have your cake and eat it too, because you can write your list and then shove it in the pocket, and then no one sees your writing. But soapbox time, get over it, right? Get over it. Your handwriting is such a part of who you are, right? I always talk about, especially when I teach a recipe mini book class, how important your handwriting is on recipe cards, because think back to, like, I have recipe cards of my grandmother's, I have recipe cards of my mom, I have a recipe card from a friend that passed away and her handwriting. It's like you have a part of them, you have a piece of them. So when you see that recipe with their writing on it, you're like, oh my gosh, that's them. That's how I feel about writing. I feel like it's really important that you have your writing and things. It doesn't have to be everything, but that you get your writing in there, because it is very much a part of who you are. And people will one day be sad if that you don't have anything of yours with your writing, or they don't have anything of yours with your writing. Okay, stepping off the soapbox. I don't soapbox about a lot of things. I'm a pretty politically correct person. So I try not to soapbox about things too often, although Nick would probably beg to differ. But there are things that I could say to Nick that I probably wouldn't say to anyone else. So, but yes, soapbox. We can soapbox about your writing. And you know what? If you don't like it, you can practice. You can practice till you like it, but also just remember, it's you, it's part of you, right? It's part of you, it's part of who you are. And the people that love you recognize that as it's part of who you are, even if it's messy or, you know, it's just part of who you are. Okay, let's use this little guy now. Look at skeet curling. I know, right? Curling's on my list. Oh, that's fun. Mary said she has a huge collection of recipe scrapbook pages. A group she was in had swaps, and there was one specifically for recipes. Yes, so fun, right? So fun. And, like anything, it's like with photos. Everyone is, you've got photos on your computer. You have recipes on Pinterest, or, recipes where you have links. But, sometimes not so much, just the printed recipes, or printed, in someone's handwriting. Oh, yes, we need some more yellow. If Terry Ledo was here, she'd say, oh, yes, she knows me and my yellow. All right, so this is favorite Winter Olympic events. Let's go ahead and add our little heart. I need to get I need my glue pen. Whoopsie. It's hard when we get, when we get to the little pieces without a glue pen. Well, it's hard for me. It's hard. So hard. Okay, here we go. Time to write on the card. Favorite Winter Olympic events. Do you ever notice that we use the word favorite a lot in our listing? We use favorite a lot in our listing. So stay tuned for favorite. Something's coming your way with favorite. Okay, favorite Winter Olympic events. Oh yes, why did I put that back in there? We have to do our list, friends. We can't just put the card back in. We're done decorating, but now it's time to write our list. Okay. Oh goodness, I caught that. All right, but what I do want to do before I do anything, I want to add a little bit of washi right down there at the bottom. That will just give it a little bit of color. Now, I did not stamp on the back. Okay, so if I still have Olympic events that I'm listing, then my washi goes on the back. And it's, that just does not want to, that just does not want to stay. It wants to keep falling down. All right, so my favorite Olympic events are ski jumping. In Park City, that's where I grew up. That's where a number of the Winter Olympic events were held in 2002. There are a number of different Olympic training facilities there. One of them is ski jumping, and they train there year round. And so in the summertime, they jump into a big swimming pool. So that's kind of fun. And you can go up there and watch it anytime. I don't know if you have to get a ticket, but you can go up there and watch it anytime. It's kind of fun. Ski jumping. I love the ski jumping. It's so amazing oh my gosh, it's amazing. The luge. I love the luge. It's kind of the luge, the skeleton, the bobsled, all of those things are just amazing. Did we see this? No, we saw the bobsled. We didn't see the luge. We saw the bobsled in 2002. And that was, it's like a big giant party. It's almost like a tailgating. Like you're just there, on the side of the track, I guess. And, every so often, whoosh, someone comes by and you're like, oh, there they are. And you can tell ahead of time because people are like yelling and they're using the cowbells and then they're gone. You're like, okay, it's probably how NASCAR is, right? Where they just speed by. The half pipe. The half pipe snowboarding. I'll put half pipe and then I'll put snowboard. Oh my gosh. Shaun White. I don't know if you guys have been following Olympics, but half pipe and Shaun White. Shaun White is snowboarder and he is 35 and this was his last Olympics. And oh my gosh, it was so emotional. Oh, it was sad, but it was good, but it was sad. So yes, the half pipe. Okay, the next one is crazy. The snowboard cross. It's like motocross. So if you don't know what motocross is, you have it's usually in like a big, well, it could be indoor or outdoor arena, I guess. And then it's all dirt. Well, not for snowboard, it's snow, but Then you have all these, the track, and then it goes up, and there are these things and jumps and things like that. But all of the motocross riders on their motorcycle are all going at the same time. Well, that's exactly what snowboard cross is, except it's in the winter on snow instead of in the summer on dirt, and it's people on snowboard, and they're racing each other, and it's insane. It is absolutely insane. So I love that one. Right after that is the ski cross, which is the same thing, but now it's people on skis. Okay, so now my Southern California friends that have taken classes from me in Southern California, or if anyone is here that was at She Loves Color this fall in Wisconsin, Marianne Wallish, she is someone that takes classes from me and buys kits from me, but I've known her for years. And her son is at the Olympics in the ski cross now. And I think that's on, I want to say the 18th, the 17th or the 18th. So that would be, if you haven't watched ski cross before, then maybe watch it. And he is, I was looking today, he's the only, I believe, he's the only U.S. Athlete that is competing in the ski cross. So that should be pretty, it's kind of crazy to watch. It kind of reminds me of like roller derby, but on, okay, hold on. You're not like purposefully checking other people like you are in roller derby, but it's kind of that whole craziness that happens. Now, it's funny. I'm looking at my iPad and I see the overhead view and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is way too long. It should not go all the way over there. Okay, so again, this is also snowboard. Big air slope style. That is where they are, gosh, it's a really long, super high. Really, it seems like it's a long course, and they go on rails and they go on lots of different jumps and jumps and jumps, and it's just, it's very entertaining to watch. Skijoring. Okay, I don't know what that is, Linda May. Sorry, I'm calling you Linda May. You just know with me, that's what I call you, even though your name's really Linda and your last name is May. I just like Linda May. So you're Linda May to me. Skijoring. Okay, I don't know what that is. I need to find out what skijoring is. Joe, what are they doing? You said they're doing that right now. Which one? All right. Next one. Oh, the downhill skiing. Yes, I love the downhill skiing because that's just good. Right? That's a really good. Always. And there are, I mean, the giant slalom, there's so many, I think there's 5 events, but I like the downhill skiing. I also enjoy the aerials. That's when they're doing the jumps and then they're doing all their flips and turns. Oh, the cross. Okay, I'm going to have to go look. Figure skating, yes. Hi, Elaine. I spent some good time with your friend Sandy this weekend. Lainey, that's how I always think of you, as Lainey. But yes, I spent some good time. She's such a sweetheart. I just love her to death. Well, I missed you. I haven't seen you in forever. All right, and then I like the moguls. The moguls, if you've ever skied, moguls are really hard to ski. I do not like skiing being pulled by a horse. Oh my goodness, that's insane. Skijoring. Oh, but that's actually kind of fun, huh? So it's kind of like cross-country skiing? Like cross-country skiing, but you're being pulled by a horse, I bet, right? Up in Midway, maybe, yeah? Oh, interesting. That would be fun, huh? Ice dancing, yes. I like the ice skating, the ice dancing. So this is the thing that I find fascinating about ice dancing. They are, oh my gosh, you talk about, I mean, anytime that you're trying to do like synchronized swimming on ice, right? It is crazy. It is crazy. I think that you can be so in sync with a person that, yeah, the ice dancing is beautiful. And then, of course, I like the pairs ice skating. Now, I like the regular ice skating too, for sure. Yeah, we talked about the controversy that's going on. Now, what is pins? What is pins, Mary? I don't know what pins. You've said pins a few times. I don't know what pins is. I don't know. Preference, winter or summer? So for me, gosh, I really like winter. I really, really, really like winter. I grew up in Park City, Utah, so lots of winter. Still live in the winter. Not that I love the snow, but and I think there's probably a special place for the Winter Olympics in my heart, just because they were here in 2002, and we went to a number of events and a number of different things. So I'd say probably winter. If I had to choose, I'd say winter. I love the curling. It's really funny. I saw a meme on, I don't know, Instagram or something the other day that showed four men like standing there that were curlers, and the meme was about when your dad, something about your dad, all the dads, that's the sport for all the dads or something, because they were all standing there in their colored like golf shirts and their khaki pants or whatever. It was kind of funny. Oh, making ears with various countries and patterns. That is fun. Okay, what are pins? Oh my gosh, I'm such a ding-a-ling. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow. The blonde is really coming out tonight. I'm like, pins. What Olympic event is pins? I've never even heard of that. What is pins? Ah, yes, collecting Olympic pins. Ah, thank you. Yes, that is fun. So in 2002, did I work? I guess. Did I? AT&T? Okay. It must have been 18. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, now I don't remember, but I think it's AT&T, whatever it is. So wherever I was working at the time, but I'm pretty sure it's AT&T, but I think that wasn't in 2002, so maybe they gave them to us early or something. Anyhow, I received some kind of award, and the prize was an 8x10 framed Olympic pins that said 2002 Winter Olympics. So there was like a pin for each of those numbers and letters. And Sam, our son, has now adopted that as his own. But with the Olympic pins, and I assume this is for everywhere that the Olympics are, there are some pins that take on part of the culture of not the wine. I promise, Linda May. That's just me. That's just me not connecting. Because I would do that without the wine. Oh, that's the blonde coming out. Oh gosh, what was I just saying? Oh yeah, the pins. So the pins, some pins will take on the local flair or flavor of the city. So when they were here, one of the highly collectible pins was a green Jell-O pin. Because if you were not with me when we did a list about what we're known for, so that was a fun list we did about what your state is known for. One of the things Utah is known for is Jell-O. Utah has the highest Jell-O consumption per capita than anywhere in the world. If you did not know that, yes. So that was kind of fun. Okay. So, okay. I was adding something else. What was I adding? This is what happens. I was chit-chatting and then just kept numbering. I don't remember. Okay, well, I'm sure I'll remember later, whatever number 13 is. So, that is the end of my list, and that will go into there. And I think, let's see, there was a little tiny, oh, you know what, it's kind of plain over here. What if we now took one of our other little labels over here, our little stickers, and now we can maybe do this and have that one bleed off the edge. So it's kind of a big white space there, right? A little bit of a white space. So we'll have that bleed off the edge. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Let's pick that back up again. And, you know what? I didn't say hockey. I think hockey's boring. I know, I could never be a Canadian. I don't know why. It just doesn't really do it for me. It's just kind of boring. So, I wonder if we add this, maybe right up here. Let's see if we can find a little sticker to go on there. Yeah, it's just kind of boring. So, not my favorite. No, not my favorite. Not my favorite. Look at winter will fit right there. Oh, look how cute. That's what's nice about these little teeny tiny word strip stickers. They're called Marshmallow World. And there's two versions. There's a color version and then a white version. And, oh, look at, they're the exact same thing, but color and white. You guys know how much I love my word strip stickers. All right, so let's see what we have here. Let's see what else could go here. Oh, how about, oh, what fun. Actually, I feel like I need a different color because oh, what fun is in the blue. That's in the yellow. What if we find a pink one there? Playing games. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Right? Playing games or the Winter Olympic Games. Playing games. All right, there we go. Okay. Ding, ding, ding. All done. All done. Oh, the 80s Olympics. Oh my gosh. Well, I know. Who couldn't like hockey after the 80s Olympics when the US did the like incredible comeback of all time and won the gold in the Winter Olympics? Yes, that was so good. All right. I think we're ready for list number 3. And this is going to be a single page list. So let's look and see if I have space for a single. I do not. Everything this year has been doubled except for this. And I don't think, well, you know what? I could do that. I could do that here. Let's talk about something that's going to get in my way while I clean up. There's something that's going to get in my way on that page that I need to be aware of when I'm stamping. And that is the shadow or the ghosting from the stamping I did on the page after it. Now, I always talk about when we're stamping, you should always, always, always double check before you start stamping to see what is behind it or what came before it, right? So if I had already done a list right here and I had done my list directly on the insert and then I didn't double check and I came here and did my stamping, I would be very sad because when I got done and when I eventually came back to the book, I'd be like, oh no, I ruined my list because I stamped on the other side, right? There's just no way to get around. I mean, in the inserts, the paper's very good quality. There's really no way to get around that unless you are maybe stamping on watercolor paper or something, right? Something that's accepting of that much pigment. And regular paper, well, not regular paper, a little bit thicker, but just really isn't. So moral of the story, always check what you're doing before you do it in case something is behind. But in this case, I can still use this page because I can build on top, right? I can build on top like I built on top here, like I built on top here, like I built on top here, and like I built on top here. So some of my lists I will write directly on the insert itself, but others I build on top. So we're going to build on top so I can still use that. So let me get these things put away here real quick. Where is my, where is my, I'll be so happy tomorrow when I wake up at the crack of dawn and I'm like, oh yes, I don't have to, well, I'll still have to clean in here, but I won't have to do as much as I normally do. Normally it's pretty bad because normally I just throw things on the floor and yeah. Okie dokes. We are ready for number 3. Let me just throw all these guys back. Like so. Okay, so third list. Third list is about, things I love about this time in my life. Okay? Things I love about this time in my life, or things I hate about, not hate, sorry, I didn't mean to say hate. I meant to say like, things I love or things I like. Now, I guess if you are struggling, your list could be things that I hate or things I dislike about this time in my life. But mine is going to be things I like about this time in my life. So I would encourage you, if you are listening with us, even if there's something in your life that is going very wrong, step back and look at the things that you like about your life right now. Things that you are very happy with that you like about your life right now. And if you're not super happy with your life in general, or you don't want to list about your life in general, list about your job, list about your friendship, list about your relationships, list about your pet, things you like about whatever it is right now. So if you need to switch it up a little bit, you can switch it up a little bit. Well, you guys know that. You can do whatever you want. All right, so for this, I am using Market Square. Market Square is a Maggie Holmes collection, and I love me some Maggie. I love Maggie. So that's what I'm going to use. And I am going to just look at my little sketch. Just go back to my sketches for a moment. Do you see my little Olympic village that I drew? You know, it looks like the paper, right? Doesn't it look like the paper? It has the little, well, I'm just going to show you because you might forget what it looked like. Look, it has the little houses. It has a little snowman. It has the little trees, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, my sketch. That's here. That's where we are. This. Oh, it's pretty simple. Okay. So, single page. So we're going back to here. I need a piece of pattern paper because I have to build on top. So let's go to the Market Square pad. Market Square is the collection that I used to design my All Smiles mini book project kit, which is actually, it's done. It is done. Instructions are done. It is ready to roll. It's going to start shipping next week with the other one, with the oh, what is it called? It is Life in Photos. Okay, so let's see. It's between these two, I think. I mean, these three. Well, when I say these two, I mean these two florals, and then it will be that. But I love this one. Love. Okay. So let's look. I need, actually, I will only use, so these two for sure go together, right? They definitely go together. They're more, I don't know, coordinating. And these two contrast a little bit. I know, let's figure out what kind of sticker I'm going to use. That may steer me one direction or the other. Sticker. Some white. Let's look at the die cuts. You'd think I would remember everything that's here. Well, I used some. Oh, okay, look. Yellow, a blue, I think if we go with, I'm going to use this one as opposed to this one because there are a lot of pink flowers. If I want to use a flower, then I'd be better off. Then I've got a little bit of contrast here with the white and the pink than with going with pink and pink. Then it will stand out a little bit more. So that is what I'm going to do. I will use both of those. What was I going to do? I was thinking about something with these, but no, I don't remember. So back in the bag. Oh, yep. I was thinking hearts, but I think, nope, no on those. No on those hearts, right? Yeah, they're a little bit, just a different pink, right? Just a different pink. So we'll put those away. Okay, I think we are ready to, we'll see if we use any of that. Let's put all of these back. Although we might use some of these. We might use a bow. And we might use those. Okay, let's put the rest of these away. And this is my thought. This will be the background. Here. And then this, so we'll just have some of that background. We're not going to see, we won't see a ton of it, but hopefully we'll see enough. Yeah, they're upside down that way. All right. We'll see, I hope. Because, don't leave the cabinet doors open. See you, Linda May. Don't leave the cabinet doors open because you will bend over and you'll hit your head on them. And then you have to end things early. I did that once. I remember I was teaching a Traveler's Notebook class with a Maggie Holmes collection. And I bent down to pick something up. And prior to that, at some point during class, I had opened up one of the cabinets doors and didn't shut it. And I stood up and I hit that thing so freaking hard. Like, my bell was rung. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And everyone could hear it. And they're like, oh my gosh, you okay? And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I tried. Well, we finished, but I was not super chatty. We finished and I was not super chatty. It was, yeah. And so then we were done. And then I had a big old goose egg. A big old goose egg. So is this? So now I have to think. Because this is... This is going to have to be a 2-page list. The reason it needs to be a 2-page list is because each of these things that I'm talking about, I need to do a little bit of writing with it. Just because I do. Which means I definitely do not have enough room. If I have this and then I go down to about here, I definitely don't have enough room to write all of my things. So I think this is what's going to happen. I think I'm going to get this started. What time are we? I think we're going to get this one started. And then I will probably finish. Yeah, I'm going to get this one started. Really, all I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere the 2 papers. And then I'm going to finish this one up. This will be the first thing we do when we're back together again on the 26th. I know some of you would like to receive your orders before I leave town again. And so that is what is on my list of things to do this evening, is to go get some orders shipped. And make a plan now for tomorrow. All right, so that will go there. Yes, they still go well together. They're still, I like how they kind of, they coordinate together. They don't match, but they coordinate. That's a Stacy and Clinton thing. Things don't have to be matchy-matchy. They just coordinate. You don't have to have the same color shoes as your purse. They could just coordinate, not match. At least that's what they say. And the what not to wear. Okay. So yes, this will be a 2-page list. And I will end up, I'm not sure. I think what I may do, I think this could be kind of fun, is if I take some white cardstock and I'm just going to kind of get this ready. Well, that would totally now change how I do the title. Okay, let me show you what I'm thinking, and then I'll mull it over a little bit more as I am between now and, oh, that's too skinny. I'll mull it over a little bit more between now and the 26th when we're together again. So this is what I'm thinking. If I did, yeah. No, it's not going to work. So what I'm going to end up doing is I will end up doing something like this. This needs to be about right here. So I'll end up with that there and another one like that over here. I'm going to stamp my title right here. And then I'll probably do little rectangles. That's what I was thinking here. I was thinking that I would just cut little rectangles out and be doing my list with little explanation on each of those, but I'm not gonna like that. So that's what I'm going to do. And I will draw my little rectangles on there and then write in there. But I will wait to put this in because I want to stamp, and it's going to be easier for me to stamp on this than it is when it is already adhered here. Okay. All right, friends. I am going to flip the camera. Okay, so Need to walk across the room. When did the fan on my legs turn off? That's funny. Yeah, that's really weird. It was on. No wonder I was getting warm again. Maybe it was accidentally on a timer. All right, let's turn off these lights, and then I will flip the camera. And then we'll chat just for another minute, and then we will say our goodbyes. Okay, flipping the camera. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I have to go out of the way because I feel like you're looking into my soul when I'm standing there, when I'm trying to get this. That's just weird. I know, that's just me, don't worry. That's just me being weird me. Okay, so, yes, we will be together again on the 26th. We're just crooked. Okay, we'll be together again on the 26th, Saturday the 26th. You guys, there are 3 different giveaways going right now, I believe. When I look back to my notes from... Are there? 2 different giveaways. Sorry, I'm trying to interpret my notes. One is the... Is it here? Mail by Mail workbook, the List With Me workbook. So it is similar to the one I've been using, just modified a little. It doesn't have the stuff about prizes and things like that. So that is one with the new little mechanical pencil. Because I use pencil a lot when we're listing. So that's one prize. The other prize is from Pretty Little Studio, an assortment of products from Melissa at Pretty Little Studio. So with that, the giveaway for that is on the video for the 5th. So it's on the video for the 5th. So go back to the 5th, leave a comment, and you can even just leave a comment and say hi, even if you didn't watch that video, since we're not doing a giveaway on this one. So we'll combine those 2 together. But there is another giveaway that you can participate in. I did last month in January. I filmed a podcast. Recorded, not filmed. Well, I did film it, but anyhow, recorded a podcast with Storyteller. It's called the Storytellers Podcast. And Veronica. What's Veronica's last name? My gosh, that's horrible. Veronica. That's something that she does. She started a Storytellers Podcast. And so I did a podcast, and you can go and listen to that. You can, if you go to my blog or any of the social medias, so lailbymail.com takes to my blog, Facebook or Instagram, it will give you a link. It's late. We'll give you a link to the podcast. Go listen to the podcast. But I'm doing a giveaway, and Storyteller Podcast is also doing a giveaway. And that giveaway is for the About Last Month stamp set and the the Navy washi that I used on my favorite Winter Olympics events spread. So we're both doing that. So you have 2 chances to win. If you go and listen, before you listen, make sure to check out. We're asking you to answer a question that we talked about, each of us, different question that we talked about on the podcast. So it's just kind of fun. I just talk about the topic that she wanted to talk about was how storytelling and memory keeping changes and how you can evolve in your storytelling and memory keeping when you're an empty nester, which Nick and I are. So, but I also talk about, she's a great interviewer and asks some great questions just about how I got involved in crafting and starting my own business and all that. So, and I like to talk, you guys know that. All right, friends. So we will not be together this weekend. I will be in Spokane, Washington, teaching at a retreat for 3 craft chicks. So we won't be listing together this weekend, but we will be together on the 26th. The Spring Travelers Notebook Kits started shipping this week. So if you haven't seen those yet, I showed them at the beginning of the video. Go check those out. The 2 new mini book project kits that I have, the Life and Photos, which is with Vicki Boutin's Fernwood collection, and the All Smiles with Maggie Holmes that we were just talking about, Maggie Holmes collection. Well, look at, here's part of it. Well, this is not part of it. This is it. But anyhow, it's quite fun. They both start shipping next week, so you'll find those on my website as well. All right, friends, let me just take a quick look at the chat. So, Lainey, I'm glad you got to come too. Yeah, well, I'm going to try to do one of these maybe once a month, a nighttime one once a month, just because they're fun. Well, they're all fun. Weeknights and Saturdays are fun, but I know that some of you don't ever get a chance to come live on a Saturday, so it's kind of fun to do night too. Da 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 da. Oh, Nancy, I'm so glad. Nancy said, I love the washi you made. It's great quality as well as colors designs. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, very good quality. I found a very good factory that I'm working with in China. And I've tried, it's very, I could not find anyone who makes washi tape in the US. So has to be China, but yeah, it's really good quality. I was very pleased with it. So I'm glad you like it. 6 new designs coming. All right, friends, if I missed anything, again, please don't think I ignored you. Leave a comment in the description, or not in the description. Leave a comment on the video after we're done, not in the chat, and then that way I get notified and I can answer your question. Or hop over to the Facebook group and ask there, because I will see that too. All right, you guys, good night. Have a good evening and a good rest of your week. And please stay healthy and safe and happy, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Bye.